cry no more.
Day 47, and in 3 days, June 5th, 2023, 3 days, your girl gonna be in Atlanta. Your girl's gonna be in Atlanta. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. God, just keep doing your thing, God. I see you. You see me? I see you. I didn't really have a message for today, but thoughts just keep coming in and out my head. I'm trying to like stick to a message, like get it out. Thank you, Spirit. And it's relinquish control. God saying release that control of the outcome. Don't have expectations. He's like, no matter what it looks like, I need you to keep going. And that's a reminder for today. Just relinquish control. It's gonna work out. Don't worry about it. The devil has been trying me. The devil has been trying me, and little inconveniences. It's just like I told you yesterday, like, and it's still happening. I had to go drive 2 places for a debit card. I had to wait in line for about 30 minutes to get this debit card because I needed it before I go out of town, right? I'm running low on funds. Don't know how I'm going to eat out in Atlanta. I don't know if this is going to work out, but guys, like, just relinquish control, Court. Just keep doing what you've been doing, girl. Like, why switch up now? So he's like, you stay on your path. He's like, there's going to be things that's going to try to trigger you. There are people going to say things to try to hurt you. And it's like, you cannot allow them to that control over you. You control yourself, and you control how you feel. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was just like, yo, people are crazy. Like, that's and all I could do was laugh, because why would you do that? Like, does that make sense in your mind? Like, why would you do that? It is just like, guys, like, couldn't you just laugh? It's like, I'm learning that not every action needs a reaction. Like, what people say, what people do, like, I just give them a blank stare, because I'm just like, did you process that? And sometimes I want to snap back, but God's like, Cookie, that's not even necessary. I'm like, you know what, God, you're right, because the stuff people do don't make no sense. And people put themselves in tough predicaments and tough spots where they shouldn't have been in the first place. You know, we are so full of ego, and the ego wants what the ego wants, and we miss out on our blessing because we allow that one side of us, our ego, to have so much control over our heart desires. And God's like, no, that's not on your heart. That's not on your heart. So why are you going to allow the ego self, right, that only lives off pride, only lives off, you know, just like being boastful and being proud, and it's just like, that's not on your heart's desire. That's not what your heart truly wants. That's not what I desire for you. Yes, it may look good, it may feel good, but you got to release this control, release your ego, so you can actually bring in your heart's desires. I say this all the time. I used to want a relationship. I used to search for a relationship, and now it's just like, now that I'm finding love with 333. Now that I'm finding love within myself, and I'm like at peace with myself, it's just like, sorry, somebody called me, but now that I'm finding love and finding peace within myself, it's just like, the things that I used to want, it's just like, I don't want that anymore. Like, I see people that I stopped connecting with, and they're in the same spot. It's like, you know that old saying where it's like, when you leave the hood, you're going to see the same people sitting on the same spot, sitting on that same stoop. And it's so true. Like, why are you still here? I've left the city, left the country, came back, and you're sitting in the same spot. What in your life has you that stuck that we're sitting in the same spot? Same stoop. Didn't move. That's not what God has for us. We're meant to, it's a whole different world out here, and you're sitting in the same neighborhood, working the same jobs for 20 years. That has to be tiring. And at some point, it's like that person gave up. At some point, that person was like, listen, I'm not even going to try anymore. I don't want to be like that. Like, I want to be inspired. I want to grow. I am always growing. I just said yesterday to my friend, I said, now that I completed this, now it's like I'm looking for the next challenge. Like, okay, God, like, I conquered that. What next? But I also can have the same people in the same neighborhood just sitting on the same stoop for 15 years. The same pack of cigarettes. It's like, do you want to be like them? You know what I mean? Stuck? Stagnant? Or do you want to grow and elevate and see how far you can go? See where life can take you? You're not meant to stay in the same spot. God's like, that's not what I have intended for you. You get what I'm saying? And he's like, if I wanted you to stay in the same spot, I wouldn't tell you to walk. Like, I wouldn't tell you to keep going. You know, Court, this is your resting place. Just stop. It's like, you can relax. You ain't got to do nothing no more. If we stop and we become stagnant, all right, you're going to get into a routine. And everything else is going to build up around you. You know, you're just going to start just putting shit down because it's the norm. Nothing changes. No elevation. You didn't open up a new book. You didn't explore your mind. You didn't expand your mind. You can learn something new every day if you just try. I've been in relationships and dated people where I thought going back to them would be a good idea. Like, oh, you know, I grew. You know, I'm not the same person I was when I first dated them. Let me go back. And then you go back and it's just like, bro, what was you doing in that time of separation? What was you doing that time that we didn't talk for that amount of time? And they still have that same mindset, that same, like, I don't give a fuck, like, no growth, no change. It's just like, I don't want that. That is such a turnoff. To see that you didn't grow, see that you didn't expand, just see that you're not doing nothing with your life, that you just want to give up. It's like, shit. That's it. And meanwhile, I'm growing, I'm expanding, I'm learning. You're not going to be compatible with that person no more. The person that I was 60 days from today is totally 60 days ago is not who I am today. The person that I dated when I was 20 and I still keep in touch with today, we're not the same people. And it's just like, now I see why it wasn't going to work out. And this is somebody that I love deeply, but seeing them today, it's just like, no. It's like, Courtney, you want to date me? I don't. I don't. Because we're not compatible. We're not a match. You don't feed me energetically. You don't make me want to thrive. You don't make me want to fly. You just keep me at bay. And it's just like, keep my wings suppressed. And I don't want that. I don't want that kind of love. It's just like, I want that kind of love where we get to like be our best versions of ourselves. You know, somebody that is constantly pushing me. I know people be like, I don't want my husband to push me because I want to see how far I can go. That's my mindset. I want to see where life can take me. How can we help raise the vibration of other people? Take me there. You get what I'm saying? And I'm going to do the same to you. I'm going to push you to become a better version of yourself, because a better version of you is a better version of me. Come on now. Yo. Sorry, because that was literally like me thinking of my future spouse. Like, a better version of him is a better version of me, because he inspires me. So he inspires me to become better. Right? And I want to inspire him to become better. Whatever that may look like for him. Whatever he wants to do, I'm right there. Babe, let's do it. I don't want to date somebody that's been in the same spot for 15, 20 years. Because they're not going to know how to accept change. They're not going to know how to grow. They're not going to be willing to grow. It's like, I've been doing this shit for 20 years. Why are you going to come along and try to switch shit up? It's like, because you can be better than this. You don't want better? It's like, nah, I'm cool. Deuces, because I want better for myself. I'm not going to sit stagnant. I don't even like running a treadmill because I got to stay in the same spot. I strive to become better, and my love is a reflection of that. Yes, I love you. Yes, I will do this for you. But it comes with elevation. If you're not willing to grow with me and you want me to stay here, no, I'm not. You're going to be home by yourself. You get what I'm saying? It's like then you out here doing all of this, but you're not taking care of me. Honey, how are you taking care of yourself? I had got the scripture this morning and it said stay committed no matter if it's a tough relationship, if it's this, if it's that. And I got the notion, was like, no. But what I will say is be committed to yourself. Be committed to being that best version of yourself. And then you won't have to fight to be committed to something. Love, unconditional love. My friends be like, why do you love your best friend so much? I'm just going to use him as an example. I don't talk about him. I will probably never really talk about him. But take my best friend for example, right? When I tell you that God told me to simply love this man, no matter what he does, no matter what it may look like, I'd be like, oh, he crazy. But I love him though. I love him unconditionally. And you can't tell me nothing different because that's what I'm committed to. It's not that I'm committed to him. It's I'm committed to my love for him. Come on now, follow me. Because he can go off and marry somebody else. He can go off and do whatever he thinks he needs to do in life. But my love for him will never change. It never wavers because God told me and my heart and mind and my desire is to simply love him. So whenever he does something wrong, God be like, forgive and love. Because that's what God will do. And I'm going to love you how God tells me to love you. If God tells me I have to step away, I'm going to step away, but just know that I still love you. That's something harder for us to grasp because we think when somebody's not serving us or we're not doing something that means that automatically stop loving that person. It's a couple men in my life that I have dated that I thought that I was so in love with, but now seeing this version of myself and seeing how I love, I know that wasn't love. I knew I could not ever be committed to something like that. I knew that what I was feeling was lust. It was just me feeling a void, me being wanted. But nothing can fill the void. Nothing can estimate to God's love, God's unconditional love. And when you find that in a partner, when you find that in somebody, yo, that's a blessing. You're going to feel peaceful. It's like no matter what things happen in life, you get what I'm saying? You always know that person got your back. That person truly loves you unconditionally. Stay committed to love. Not specifically that relationship. Stay committed to loving unconditionally. Stay committed to living your highest and best version of yourself. Stay committed to that. Not nothing else. Guys, like, release control. Don't allow yourself to be brought backwards, okay, to things and places that are stagnant, that are stuck, because they're going to make you stuck with them. They're going to drag you right down. Thank you, God. I had this vision, like, just putting you right in the mud with them and just sitting there. And it's like, all along, you're going to drive yourself crazy because you have this notion, like, you got to get out. You got to live better. You got to do this. And that person, that thing that's keeping you stuck is like, no, stay here with me. Misery loves company. If you know that's not where your heart desires is, you got to get out of there because you will remain stuck. You'll remain stagnant in the same spot as them. And then you'll live in regret because you didn't do what you wanted to do. If your heart and desire is telling you to live better and do this, do it. Do it. No person, place, or thing should keep you stuck. Nothing. I just listened to my last video. I said God will make a way, and he will, and he did, and he has. God said no matter what it looks like, no matter what it may feel like, whew. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's only getting better from here. It's only getting better. Don't go back and get stuck. Because then it's going to take you more time to get yourself out of that stuck place. You know what I mean? Thank you, God. God said, don't look back. Ooh. God said, don't look back. I left that shit in the past for a reason. He said, now if I bring it to you, it will be anew. You won't go through the same shit that you went through. You're not meant to go through the shit that you went through. Anything that brings you back to your past, you're not, release it. Don't go back and don't look back. God said, if I bring anything into your life in this season, court, and that whoever's watching this video is for a reason. It's of me. If something resembles your past or past pain, past conversations, and being accused or being this and that, it's not. No, don't fall for it. Because you already passed that test. Because look how far you have came. Look how far you have come. Believe it. Don't believe it. I don't care. But some things you're not meant to go back to. Some things you're not meant to look back. I have been walking and I haven't looked back since. Those past relationships, the pain that I felt, the abuse that I went through, the car accidents that I survived, the surgeries that I survived, the surgeries that I had to go through, the illnesses. Don't look back. Because when you look back, it's like, it's going to draw you right back in. Because now you're questioning on what I put you through and what I brought you through. God's like, I didn't do that for no reason. Don't look back. I'm going. That's all. I'm gonna keep rambling. But I'm telling you, don't look back. Keep going. God has a blessing for you. God has something special for you. He has a calling on your life. Everything that he brought you through was for a reason. Y'all have a good day.